So the theme is, well, the general theme of our conference is the global crisis, what impacts and what perspectives for Asia and the world. And the plenary sessions, we have 4 plenary sessions, 2 in Paris, 2 in Le Havre. In Paris was planned to be fully physical presence of all the speakers, while in Le Havre will be the virtual presence of the speakers. And the theme is the outcome of G20 summit in Indonesia. What perspectives for global crisis? What perspectives for developing world? What perspectives for BRICS, NAMs, and other emerging forces? And what perspectives for the unification and polarization of the world? So this is the 4 themes that I propose to the speakers. And it is very important to highlight this. Why? Because the G20 summit was organized in Asia, in Indonesia, which marked the rise of Asia. And also, if we look at the composition of G20, 8 of them are Asian or Eurasian. China, India, Indonesia, Russia, of course, but also Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Korea, Japan. So 8 of the G20 are Asian. So while in one of the UN declaration, I mean UN related to this crisis of COVID-19 and especially of the Russia-Ukraine war, that UN formed a task force to overcome the challenges or the problems related to the crisis in 3 fields: food, finance, and energy. This is the three main field to be handled by the UN task force. So when Asia was very important, because if you see the Asian countries are the granary of food. Russia, Thailand, Vietnam rice, Vietnamese rice, Thai rice, but wheat from Russia. So the granary of food is in Asia. Energy, of course, you have Saudi Arabia, you have Iran, you have Russia, you have Indonesia, energy sources in Asia. Finance, you have Hong Kong, you have Singapore, you have Tokyo, are the center of finance in outside the Western world. So Asia must play very important role to overcome this challenge. So our question is how far, in what extent this challenge had been taken up at the level of countries, nation, or region, or at the UN levels. So for this respect, we will have 5 speakers. Bruno Dreski in my left-hand side. He is at the same time French and Polish, and he was born in Canada, etc., etc. It's very important. Historian, politologist, and specialized on Eastern European Studies. And he is a professor at INALCO, National Institute of Languages and Civilization in France. And we mix all because, I mean, everybody will take one aspect of these challenges. The second speaker will be Hans Kochler from Austria, who is Emeritus Professor and Doctor of Philosophy from University of Innsbruck. And more importantly, he is President and very active of International Progress Organization, based in Vienna, Austria. And then Wolfgang Papp, European Union. He is researcher, lawyer, doctor, Center for European Policy Studies, based in Brussels, Belgium. And Amjad Bukhari Yabara, in my left-hand side. He is from Benin and Martinique. He is researcher, historian, doctor, activist, and president of the Ligue Pan-Africaine, Umoja, based in Paris, France. And the fifth speaker will be Helga Zepp-Larouche, who is economist, journalist, founder and director of Schiller Institute, based in Wiesbaden in Germany. Am I correct? Okay. So